So I'm on
Crazy.
Zoom today with Matthew West, who's our headliner for Rock the Lake this next weekend. Oh my goodness, I can't believe July has just flown by so quickly. And we've been waiting months for you to come
I
out and visit us.
know. Yeah. Yeah, we've been waiting too. So we're excited. We're excited to get a little taste of summer in Ohio and come and see you guys and sing for listeners. Be it's gonna be amazing. I don't think I've ever done Rock the Lake before, but
Yep.
we're excited to do just that, to rock the lake.
Yeah, and you'll be right on the beach, so it's going to be beautiful.
So I should bring my swim trunks.
Yeah, especially if you want to ride some jet skis.
Oh man. Well, what I'd like to do is find a way to like ride a jet ski all the way up to the stage and make a real grand entrance. You think that could be doable?
Absolutely. If that's the way you want to come in, we got you covered.
Yeah. You got to make an entrance, man.
We could zip line you in. We've got connections.
Oh, now we're talking. I could zip line in while I'm singing "Hello, My Name Is." We'll pencil that in. We'll kind of work on the details. We'll see what kind of safety regulations there are. But no, seriously, I'm excited. My band's excited. We're having every chance we've had to get on stage this summer has just been such a blast, and we love coming to Ohio. Your listeners are amazing and always show us so much love and kindness, and they come ready to sing along with us. So excited to experience Rock the Lake for the first time.
So, what we want to make sure that folks know about you, we want to get them a little bit. Everybody talks about your songwriting. So, I want people to understand where you came from and how you kind of found your niche with this songwriting.
Well, I actually thought right out of college, I moved straight to Nashville, Tennessee, and I actually signed a songwriting contract. And before I ever made any records as an artist, I started to have songs recorded that I had written, but other artists were recording them. And that's kind of, for those who don't know, like the music industry or what Nashville is like, it's really, Nashville's built on the backs of songwriters who are kind of behind the scenes writing songs that a lot of artists are singing, because a lot of artists don't write their own music. So I didn't know that was a career that you could have, but that was my first career. And what's funny is like that actually is how a lot of artists started their careers. Like Stephen Curtis Chapman used to write songs for other artists and things like that. So it was about 4 years until I got offered a recording contract myself. And in that process, I just really spent those 4 years developing the craft of songwriting. And that's a real passion of mine. I mean, I love singing, I love traveling, I love going on tour, but I really love getting in the room and creating a song. And so now I get the best of both worlds. I get to come to Rock the Lake and sing my songs, but I also get to write songs for other artists. And some of my favorite groups allow me to be part of their creative processes. So there's a song that just hit the radio recently that I wrote with Casting Crowns called Nobody.
Yeah, I
And
love that song.
before that, we wrote a song called Only. So it's kind of fun, just to write songs for other artists and then go and make my own records as well.
What was the name of the other song that you wrote?
Let's see. I wrote Only Jesus for Casting Crowns, and Tell Your Heart to Beat Again for Danny Goki, and just different songs like that, that I love those songs, and I'm honored that those other artists have recorded them and allowed me to be a part of what they do.
Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, so how did you come about, usually you writing songs about other people's stories? And I was actually at a concert one time when somebody passed you a note about their life and you just put it in your back pocket. So tell me about that songwriting process there.
Yeah, that's become a pretty common thing that takes place at my concerts. People bring their story to me, and it's a really special thing when someone shares their story. They're being vulnerable. They're opening up a window into their world, and I think a lot of people are sharing, they want to know that their story matters, that it has significance, that somehow God could use it, that maybe he could even use the not so good parts of stories. You know, I think we all need that reminder that nothing is wasted when God has his hand on our stories. And so I started to inspire people's stories several years ago, and it started with I'm going to say, what was the first song I wrote inspired by somebody's story? It might have been the song Forgiveness. No, it was what was it? Strong Enough. It was a song called Strong Enough, inspired by a single mother whose husband walked out, and she was working 2 jobs, raising 3 kids, and trying to raise them not to be mad at the world, you know. And just that story was powerful, and I wanted to write a song that kind of spoke to her situation, just kind of asking God, are you sure I'm strong enough? Because this looks bigger than me. And I think a lot of us have been in that situation too. So what I've found is when I write a song inspired by somebody's story, even though it's inspired by a very specific story, there's something relatable about those stories because we're all facing something bigger than us, you know? And so it's been neat, you know, songs like Forgiveness, Hello, My Name Is, Grace Wins, Day One, Strong Enough, you name it. And a lot of my songs, you know, when I think of Hello, My Name Is, I think of Jordan and his story of addiction. When I think of Forgiveness, I'm thinking of Renee, a single mom whose daughter was killed by a drunk driver. I mean, these are real stories and testimonies that people were brave enough to share with me. And it was my honor to turn around and sort of write a story in a song.
Yeah, that's very cool. So Rock the Lake is first and foremost ministry. It's a free event. We encourage people to come on out to the beach and bring friends. So let's talk about your show and how you can maybe inspire them to bring certain friends with them to the show.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, I love that it's a free event. And, you know, I think the way I've always thought about our concerts is that what a unique opportunity for a Christian to, I think in my own life that I don't think enough about how to be a witness, because for me, it's like, I'm a professional Christian, you know, like I'm on stage singing about Jesus, but like how many times when I'm off the road or when I'm home in Nashville, like, am I actually thinking about like witnessing to the girl who takes my order at Starbucks? Whatever,
Yeah.
you know, and I think a lot of times we just forget that that's what we're on this earth to do. I know I do. And so I love to think of these concerts as opportunity to invite somebody to something that's not as intimidating as a church service might be. You know, bottom line is there's some people who just, they're scared to walk in the doors of a church for one reason or another, but they might come to Rock the Lake. And guess what they're going to get at Rock the Lake? They're going to get just as strong of a message, the message of the gospel, the message of hope. And I think that could be an opportunity for some of your listeners to go, you know what, I can think of that one person or that one couple or friends that really need this concert experience. And I would encourage you to bring them. This is the moment. Don't wait. You know, if you know somebody in your life who does know Jesus, man, God's put you in their life for that reason.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm glad you're saying the same thing we've been saying on the air for weeks. All right. So you and Jordan Felice, you know, Jordan's coming on right before you. You guys just did a song together. Any chance that you guys might perform that together at Rock the Lake?
Well, I didn't even realize he was part of that show. So now that you're telling me that, then I'd say there's a high likelihood that we wind up singing a song together. I love Jordan Felice. Super cool, and he wears cool hats, and you know, I aspire to be like him. So he's one of the awesome artists who just doing great work. So yeah, I mean, we actually wrote a song together on my last record called Mercy Is a Song, and maybe I can get him to sing with us.
That would be very cool. That would be very cool. Well, Matthew, thanks so much for your time. We're really excited about Kevin. You come out next week, and yes, bring the bathing suit.
Well, thank you. I'm super excited about Rock the Lake, and I'm glad that we had a chance to connect here. And I hope your listeners are as excited as me and my band are for what we believe is going to just be a really special time. When we come on the road, when we play concerts, anybody who's been to my shows knows this, that we don't just come to make music. Like, we really want to come and make memories and hopefully make a lasting impact. When someone comes to the concert and tells me that, man, they were at a show 2 years ago and they gave life to Christ or whatever it may be, man, that's the reason. And that's why we're excited to be at Rock the Lake. So I'll bring my swimsuit, but we're definitely there for much more than hanging on the beach. We're excited to see what God has in store. So we'll look forward to it.
All right. Thank you so much. You have a good day and a good week.
Thank you.